gents, Six Figs here from YouTube. Now in today's video, we are going to just crush it like I crush coconuts in the palm of my hand, but we will be doing this to the crypto FUD that lies out there in these information ecosystems like Twitter. I can say that one thing is for sure. There's not another crypto project on the face of the earth that had a more organized FUD campaign pitted against it, and that's Internet Computer. So let's get into this. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a wonderful and beautiful weekend. We're going to be talking about the Scamcoin98 analytics in this show briefly. We're going to cover the entire ecosystem of Internet Computer. We'll look at some charts at the very tail end, but this is going to be interesting. And like I was saying, the Internet Computer, everybody FUDs it, and they pay to FUD it because all these other projects know that ICP is going to drown them out. That's why FTX tried so hard to really put their thumb and stomp on Internet Computer at their token launch, and ever since, really. So we'll get into Coin98 analytics, and I think that I'm going to start compiling this list of I want to say like Twitter handles, things like that. All these information resources like Coin98 analytics. And I'm going to publish this list. And this is going to be one of these lists where we'll be able to see every single little thing tied back to Sam Bankman-Fried, Alameda Research, FTX. You guys get the drift. There's been some uproar today in the ICP ecosystem. Maybe within the last 2 days, folks. I've seen it on Twitter, I know. And this has been a controversial one. Coin98's out there publishing fake analytics. Really, Internet Computer is above Ethereum when it comes to active ranking developer counts. And here's a list of what they threw down. And we had Definity's own Kyle Langham reach out to Coin98 Analytics, and he says, I'll provide you every single active public IC repo, every contributor to those repos, and every commit in 2022. I think you'll see there's a new number one on your list. Well said, Kyle. That was like perfect. But this is the dirty little secret about Coin98, folks. Sam Bankman-Fried was behind it, and the machine is still on. The machine's still on. So Coin98 is integrated with Serum Trading straight into their wallet. So, folks, this is a problem. Sam Bankman-Fried was behind Serum, Alameda Research behind Serum. We had FTX behind Serum, built on Solana's blockchain, right? I can't help but to think, of course, there's going to be a lot of people that just didn't see this coming on the Solana side of things. The developers, the participants, the users, you cannot fault them for being kind of lobbed into this whole SBF, Alameda, FTX mess. But I do think that the leadership of Solana, they had to have some idea that something wasn't right, from what I hear. And so you can kind of see where Coin98 is deep in bed with SBF. And so really, we had the good old Dominic Williams, folks. He went and dropped an absolute banger of the tweet, shots fired. Internet Computer ecosystem has more open repos than any other chain, according to market leader Electric Capital. Internet Computer, boom, it's booming. This is like the gold boom, folks. So if you're not on board, it's a good time to at least look into it, right? Now, I had to take a little bit of a jab since all this crap has been going on with SBF and Caroline and this whole supposed sex tape thing. Wag Me Dystopian Club drops an absolute banger. Wag Me got the exclusive. Caroline Bankman-Fried. That's what I'm talking about. And so I just had to throw a jab in there. If SBF and Sweet Caroline had a kid, this is what it would look like. Everyone is beautiful, which I do really believe that, folks. Everyone is beautiful. But this brings beauty to a whole nother level, and it sure does. There is a new competitor to the SNS, and that's called the SIG DAO. I like it. I like the name of it. It's great. I like the graphics. It is what it is. We're going to be doing a little bit more of an in-depth video on this in the future to come, but give them a follow at SIGDAO_. And we had Crypto Girl drop a banger of a tweet, sneak peek at ICP Bali meetup, fully packed with ICP enthusiasts. Looks like a great time, man. I definitely got to get to one of these ICP meetups sooner than later. We've got some just crazy stuff. The New York Times has really been front running for Sam Bankman-Fried, and really this Andrew Ross Sorkin guy has been really kind of pushing this whole cover news story for SBF through the New York Times. This makes me suspicious. I think the New York Times, folks, has something to do with SBF on a deeper scale. Excuse me, I'm parched because I don't know why. They either know that their reputation is so bad that nobody cares. They either know that if they don't help him, he's going to drop some sort of bombshell on them. Or whatever, man. This Andrew Sorkin guy, he really wrote some nasty things about ICP, if I recall right. Dom even goes on to say, who promoted the defamation hit piece, Arkham ICP report in the NYT, allowing billions more to flow to Sol. More Solana devs move to ICP every day. And really, folks, when it comes down to this, I was talking on Bitcoin Renegade's live stream today. And it's kind of ironic, this whole way how Internet Computer was absolutely just pulverized from before the launch. You guys got to remember, FTX launched perpetual futures before the token even launched. So before the token even launched, we had ICP under attack from FTX, Sam Bankman, Alameda, all those people. And you've seen this humongous FUD campaign, something that you would see on like a wartime, like CIA level, folks. Like, this was one of the most orchestrated FUD campaigns that followed the ICP token launch ever, like to ever exist. And really, excuse me. And really, now that ICP has kind of found like this bottom around this $3-4-ish level, it really is exciting to see this new enthusiasm amongst all these community members that never had it before. But now they're kind of waking up to the bigger picture. They're investigating, doing their own research, coming to the conclusions that, hey, ICP is a really kick-ass chain. So it is what it is, right? Let's look at the good old crypto bubbles. You guys can see the market is just kind of doing a little bit of light retracing, nothing really too exciting happening. Just some pumps here. Chili's has been doing some wild stuff. Not sure what's going on with Chili's. If you know in the comments, let me know. FTT, of course, down another 8%. I don't know how this is still trading at like $2. Looks like it's at $1.43 right now, $1.45 right now. How is that even possible, folks? I just don't understand that. This is one other thing that I wanted to kind of point out. This chart here is brought to us by Stock Money Lizards. Give them a follow. This is a cool little graphic, and really you can kind of see where we are at right now. We are really brushing this trend line. This trend line is right in line with price action. So hopefully we will see this next bull run continue on until maybe 2024 or something like that. So I would think that we'd at least see you know, $125,000 Bitcoin. I know it sounds crazy, but more and more Bitcoin are getting taken out of circulation, and we're going to just see these squeezes that are just nuts. Let's just kind of take a look at like the top 50. We'll start at the bottom. We got the Sandbox, which has kind of been taking a little bit of a hit. We do know that FTX and Sam Bankman did a number on them. I believe it was either them or it was Mana. I can't remember. ApeCoin's taking a big hit. Really, ICP's just chugging along right at 42. Got eGold, 43. Some other ones, Chili's, it's just been kind of working its way up this scale, folks. I don't know what's going on with it, but it is what it is. You know, it looks like nothing's really kind of moving other than Solana, which is coming down in the ranks. Very interesting stuff, to say the least. Let's take a quick peek at Bitcoin, and then we'll go over ICP. Really, at a super high level, we are still seeing this symmetrical triangle squeeze on the daily charts, and we know this because we can see this. And what's interesting about price action right now is we're still testing this upper trend line of this gigantic falling wedge. So that is a good thing to see. And if we do come down, touch base at around 14,000, somewhere in there, I don't think it's going to be like the most biggest deal in the world. But I would like to see Bitcoin stick above this trend line. And there's a phenomenal, folks, opportunity for price to move through this thin part of the Ichimoku cloud and really start to rally. So I would love to see Bitcoin maybe come right like that and test this 200 at right around the $20,000-ish level. That would be amazing to see. I would totally dig that. Let's just look at Bitcoin on the weekly really quick, and then we'll move on over to ICP. You know, right now, man, I'm just like, this price action just seems pretty far from the cloud. But, you know, you keep hearing people talking about this $14,000 Bitcoin. I do think that if it comes down and tests this lower trend line, we could easily see that. I'm hoping we don't. We would still be in this falling wedge technically. We would just move these goalposts a little bit more. So let's look at ICP quick, just kind of get a strong visual of what's going on. And this looks a lot like Bitcoin. It really does. Let's look at the weekly. I mean, same falling wedge. We're seeing a few other things. Let's look at the daily. Okay. We got the same symmetrical triangle. This pattern right here is really what you're seeing no matter what crypto you're looking at through the ecosystem. We got another great opportunity to skirt through this thin part of this Ichimoku cloud. And folks, this is interesting because when we throw up a little Fibonacci a little Fibonacci retracement from a low over here up to this high, you guys can see how well price is obeying Fibonacci retracements. We are getting hung up on the 786 here. We're getting hung up on the 50% level over here. We're getting hung up on the 786. We're hanging up on the 127 right here. So I do think that, there is a chance. There is this chance we could roll on down to the 160.18 at $2.06 if things get really nasty. I hope that's not what happens, but it very well could happen. So, I mean, it is what it is. We're just going to have to take this by on a daily basis. I think right now we're kind of almost seeing this little, if we could get a little bit of a rally in the next 22 hours to the upside, turn this into a green spinning top, we might be off to the races here. We need a couple days. We need to wait for the Bitcoin close on Sunday to see exactly what is going on. So thanks for sticking around, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend wherever you're at in the world. Stay safe. We'll see you guys all on Monday.